Joined now at the intermission by Breton Eagles rookie forward Luke Patterson. Let's go 2/3 of the way through the season. What are your thoughts on the year thus far for yourself and for the Eagles?
I think it's been a good year. Obviously, we're a young team here. We're doing lots of things right now. We're trending in the right direction. And for myself, I had a really good start and then unfortunately got hurt. Been back for a couple months now and I'm feeling good and I feel like I'm continuing to get better. And I think myself and the team are poised for a good run here in the last 20 games.
Your Moncton Flyers were Telus Cup champions last year. Take us back to that tournament and how special it was to become just the second time for the Maritimes to capture a national title.
It's obviously special. It really puts the Maritime hockey on the map. We're just as good as any other province. Just to kind of experience that and to have that experience of winning a national championship, it's really huge. It's not something that's easy. You got to go through your regular season and your playoffs and Atlantics and then obviously the Nationals. It's a grind, but we had a really close-knit group, as much of us as a family as you can get.
You were the MVP of that tournament. That's a very high honor. You're also the captain, too. What is it about your personality you think that led you to be the captain of a championship-winning team?
I think I'm just there for my teammates. I was a veteran, obviously, on the team. I haven't played there the year before. I'm a guy who comes to the rink every day and is ready to work. And I think that's the biggest thing because especially last year, we had a really good group of guys. So it could have went anywheres. But I think one thing about me is just my work ethic and how I'm always pushing to get better. And I think that kind of rubs off on the rest of the team and especially the younger guys, seeing how important that is and what you need to do to get better.
You were obviously drafted by the Eagles and made it very far in training camp. Just talking about the experience last year, despite the fact you didn't get to make the team, how much that helped your development and also getting to appear in games as an affiliate player, maybe get your feet wet a little bit in the league. Did that help coming into this season?
Absolutely. I had a really good camp last year. I made it pretty far and I used it as motivation to come home and try to get better every single day. And I feel like I did a good job with that, and it also really prepared me. I played 7 games last year, get a little taste. It's not easy coming in as affiliate. It's hard to kind of adjust to the new systems and stuff, but it gives you a taste of what the league's like and the pace you're going to have to play at, and it also helps you go back to midget, and there's obviously things you need to work on.
You had a pretty memorable first goal with the Eagles because it's on opening night, big crowd in Halifax, shorthanded. You don't see a lot of guys score their first career goal shorthanded to be trusted on the penalty kill in just your 8th game in the queue. Just walk us through your memories of that goal.
Pretty special. Me and Cam Squires, 2 younger guys hopping over the boards in the penalty kill. Had a 2-on-1. He made a great pass across, and I had a lot of net to shoot at, and after that kind of just blacked out and was pretty excited, but it was really nice to get that one early on and not have to worry about that. That's something that is really important to me.
I'll give you a chance to plug your sister because she plays hockey as well. And a few years ago, her team was semifinalists for the Good Deeds Cup. What do you remember about that?
That was pretty cool. You see it on TV all the time, and they built a hockey rink. It was really cool to see my sister being a part of that, and obviously it would have been cool to see them win, but even to be in the conversation for that was really cool. Something she should be very proud of.
On your Twitter, there's some videos of you dangling in the backyard. I'm assuming if that's at your place. Was that something you did a lot growing up, playing the backyard rink in your own house?
Yeah, so it is in my backyard. Ever since I started skating, I had the backyard rink, and it's something you probably don't think as important, but you get a lot better. You don't even know it really. Every afternoon, every night after school, you're out there on the rink shooting pucks, stick handling. You're just having a blast out there, and you don't even know it, but you're getting better. I thought it was really helpful for my development as a kid, and last year was the first year I didn't have one. Even through COVID, too, I was able to skate throughout the winter and stuff. It's a big thanks to my dad. He put a lot of work into that over the years, and me and my sister got a lot of use out of that. It was great.
We've seen you play either in the middle or on the wing. We've also seen you play up and down the lineup. Do you adjust your game differently when you're playing maybe in a 4th line role as opposed to when you're playing in the 2nd line?
Not really. I think kind of all that movement speaks volume to my game. I'm the type of player where I've got enough skill I can play up in the lineup, but I'm responsible enough and have a good enough work ethic that playing down in the lineup is not a problem either. I take a lot of pride in being complete, and it really is a compliment when you're trusted all throughout the lineup like that. Something that's very good for translating to the next level.
Long road trip here for the Eagles, 6 games in 10 days. How much are the guys looking forward to this? It'll be interesting for the Quebec guys to get to see their families, and you'll get to meet some of those families as well. Is this a trip the guys look forward to, and how much do you think it helps on the team building aspect of things?
I think it's hard not to look forward to. It's 12 days on the road, I think. It's the longest I've ever been on the road for the hockey team. And obviously for the Quebec guys, it's special. Spending that much time at home in the middle of your season is pretty cool for them. But at the same time, it's 6 games in 12 days, so it's a lot of hockey, and we're kind of battling for a playoff spot and to get as high up in the standings as we can. So You get 6 really important games against Quebec teams that we don't play very often. We're up there with the mindset of one game at a time and really looking forward to it.
This applies for you and some of the other guys that played on the Flyers that have made the jump to the Q, the New Brunswick guys that people might not realize are bilingual. Has Luke Patterson had any French media requests since jumping to the Q?
Even last year a bit too. I've done a couple interviews in French and stuff. Being from Moncton, the last 4 or 5 years, I played a lot of hockey with guys from Dieppe, which is pretty much all French. So you pick up a bit there. And I was in French immersion as well since the 3rd grade. And both my parents are actually from Quebec. They're English, but from Quebec. So obviously, being from Quebec, they have to know a bit of French. So all those things add up, and I picked up on it. And I'm pretty good in French, so it won't be hard for me to get around.
We kind of talked about this already, but if somebody hadn't seen you play before, how would you describe yourself as a player?
I think I'm a hardworking, competitive, two-way player with a really high IQ and really good offensive and defensive instincts. I think when I'm at the best of my game, it's someone who's really hard on the puck and keeping my game simple and being first on pucks and winning my battles. Just kind of really a complete forward.
Fans have enjoyed that so far and look forward to continued progression from you going forward. Luke, thanks for this. Best of luck the rest of the season.
Yeah, thanks, Patty.
That is Eagles forward Luke Patterson, other Patty on the Cape Breton Eagles this year. And you're listening to Cape Breton Credit Union Eagles Hockey, 1270 CJCB.